What it do? Happy Sunday. Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Live on Sunday. It is I, your gracious host, King Crowder, coming to you live. How we do, y'all. On Sundays, talk about current events, live topics. It's the one thing I enjoy doing the most out the week because it's the time you can just get and talk about things on your mind, man. If you did not know in the news and Champ here this week, this is a time where we collectively talk to each other. As black men, as black people, you need to have that knowledge building or placement where you just chop up, and talk up things. So I love to do it here again, man. Sunday is your first day of the week if you did not know. It's the time where you mentally prepare, where you mentally gather yourself, where you talk, where you chop it up, where you feel people out, when you check in with your friends, family, and all your loved ones going on. Only 2 more months, man, and 2024 is out of there. So, number one, I hope you've been hitting your weeks hard. I hope you've been checking your friends, family, and loved ones. I hope you've been doing what you say you was going to do. I hope anything and everything that you wanted to get done for 2024 is getting accomplished. Travel, money, spirituality, financial, whatever. I hope it all happens, man. And live on Sundays when we do it, nothing is off limits. Everything can be discussed. From music to fashion, to choice, to hip-hop, to politics, to real life, everything. What I'm here to give you is Black Thought, man. From a millennial, from the crowd, because I love to holler at my young boys, to the old crowd, no matter where I'm at. I am here to bridge that gap, to give the information to be helpful. Again, my name is King Crowder. That's my inspiration, and that's why I do what I do. If you did not know, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give me your thoughts, your ideas. Smash the subscribe button. Let me know if you are here by all means necessary. Also, if you are here, man, don't forget I still got the book promo this year, things I wish my parent would have taught us, on paperback and hardback, Amazon, wherever you can find it. Audio book the same way, things I wish my parents could have taught us. What else we working on? We also working on the speech presentations. We're working on the interview styles. We got multiple things we working on this, so much. While you were here, hopefully you get something. I had an awesome week this week, man. You don't realize how busy you are, you doing things, until you look at your time, man. The one thing I tell all brothers, man, all men especially, enjoy your free time. There's gonna be time when you ain't got no free time. I'm in that era where I feel like I'm busy all the time, and I feel like my free time is so limited. You can't complain because you ask for the blessings, and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor, so they're coming about real small. The conversations, the helpful points, the money, everything is coming to you little by little. It's like dropping. So, do you complain, or do you accept the blessings of what God gives to you? My style, you accept it and move forward. So, as we dive into the news topic this week, man, if you have not heard, being good in real life at something matters. I'm going to start off by saying this topic most people don't know. When I hear information, I follow up on it. So if you did not know, the viral sensation out of St. Louis, Sexy Red, dropped a lot of her tour dates. What's good, Mike? Chopping it up in. Good to see you, family.
What's up, baby?
Good, man. Go ahead and do your intro, Mike. Drop everything social, what you working on for the week before we start really diving in. Go ahead, G.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Mike McCall, engineer extraordinaire. You can reach me on Facebook at Mikey McCall, as you see below on my tag. And also, you can reach me on Instagram, where McCall at. Once again, anything studio engineering, any podcast consulting engineering, or just you want to hit a nigga up and say hi, or you could donate to me. I'm about to cash out MCM Sound. Donate to a black man.
Great intro, Mike, man. Good to see you, family. I was diving into the first topic. I heard something good on the line. I'm going to switch gears. You know how we do.
Word, what's the first topic?
Man,
I'm trying to get in where I fit in.
Of course, man. Sexy Red canceled 60% of her tour dates quietly. Mike, this is your lane.
My lane.
Your thoughts.
First of all, I would cancel them too because you could pay $100 to see Sexy Red at the club, nigga. What artist you know selling stadiums performing in the club, nigga?
That's a fact. I didn't even think about that lane. Keep
And
going.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. You ain't selling out no stadium talking about your pussy hole pink and your booty hole brown. You need more content.
Mike gave a bar. I wouldn't even expect Mike to go that route. With me, Mike, it always lets me know it's a difference between being good online and in person. We grew up, Mike, you kind of had to be good in person first.
Period.
You had to be good. And people got to understand, no matter what generation you in, you know, I still love talking to my young boys about it, Mike, young girls, young people. You got to be good in person. You got to be sociable. You got to know how to talk. You got to know how to have a conversation. You got to know how to sell.
What you got to do? Oh, my bad.
No, dive in.
Check this out. Back then, we had street team promo teams, bro. Like, that's how Maybach Music did. Maybach Music go to a college. They'll get a bunch of college students. They'll let you go to the concert for free. But you had to sell them tickets. You had to be on the street team. You had to be passing out flyers, knocking on doors, all type of stuff.
Mike, I want to say Mike is still there. We just don't talk about it as much. I feel like a lot of the kids are so distracted. You see so much. Can you imagine being an artist now if you don't have that footing in your place? But you post online. It's too many online things for you to even get. Yeah. When I see an ad, Mike, I just scroll past it.
Straight up.
So it doesn't, you know what I mean, have that pull and gravitas. So as an artist, as she is so hot takey, I think right now she is seeing like, what is your draw for real?
Yeah. And I'm going to be real with you. If you can't even tour and you can't even, well, first of all, I do not have a Make America Great Again hat on. I just want to try to know. I know y'all see this red hat.
Hey, it is less than 30. You know, it's one of the topics, Mike. Hey, Mike said send them home. Is that what he said, Mike? Mike said send their ass home. Go ahead.
Hey, but no, I will say this, though. I just don't think she has the musical music behind it at all. Like, her music is catchy. Her music is okay for a certain crowd. But that certain crowd ain't about to come pay for you hundreds of dollars to go see you do the same thing they could pay for you to go to Broadway. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
she's not an artist. She's a come party with me artist. She's not a come see me in the stadium and sell out artist.
I just don't think people get this confused. I'm going to be good online and I get clicks. It's much harder to sell tickets.
But how many of those clicks is real clicks? Because you can buy streams, you could buy bots, you could buy that industry is a dirty game because some of our favorite artists not making that many people. It's not millions of people listen to their shit either, and some of them it is.
Well, but I also think like even though I feel like Rod Wave's last album wasn't that great, he doesn't do any type of antics. He just it's just talent. So I think people it's no balance now. You still gotta be like I said. This is a perfect. She got more clout than anybody, Mike. You know that she been viral crazy.
But hard work beats talent every day.
It does, and I think the significant part of this. Remember, Mike, we always trying to give that lesson. Like there is no shortcuts to the game.
Not at all.
You got to put the reps in. You got to be able to engineer. You got to put in the work. There is no. I'm gonna make a catchy song and I'm gonna get this fan base because the fan base has to spend their money.
But the fan base is also fickle. They could love you tomorrow and hate you today.
But Mike, if you ain't got the quality of music, they ain't gonna super love you either way.
And I don't know nobody paying for that. And I know people that go to concerts. Like I'm a concert goer, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I be goddamn if I go to a Sexy Red concert, bro. If you see me at a Sexy Red concert, you know I done fucked up somewhere.
Hey, but I'm gonna say I want to say this though, Mike. You are a musical head. So if Mike is already telling me, I'm not even into music like Mike is. I'm more sports, Mike. But if a musical person is telling you there is no gravitas and there is no pull and there has nothing, that's a bad, because people like me definitely ain't coming. If somebody big like a Future come, Mike, I'll go see Future.
Right.
Mike gonna go see Future regardless because that's your lane.
Right.
But you need those fans that are not in your lane to come. And I think the artistry, the performance, the quality is so missing that we miss that. Yo, the work gotta be there.
Yeah. But another thing is that these new mainstream artists, bro, it's no A&R departments and labels no more. Like
Mm.
it's no artist in development. I hate to pivot us, but I was listening to an interview with Glorilla, and Glorilla got a hot album. Glorilla album hard. I listened to that jank from first song to last song, and it's good. She has great content, but she ain't got no development. She don't know how to conduct herself in an interview. She still sounded ignorant as fuck. So we need to develop these people. Like you need a PR person. Like when you getting all these millions, hire a PR person.
Well, the one thing I start to notice, Mike, and I like which way you're going, dog, because it's going to help us on our next topic, but I'm going to stay here. Whenever you go from Mike, and you know this is us, we have that background. Corporate cares about money, dollars, growth every year. Mm-hmm. Small businesses care about quality. Let's think about the No Limit Records, the Cash Money, the Motown. They care about the quality and the substance of them records. So you notice how the music has declined? It's because it's more corporatized now. I tell you that all the time. If you ever work in corporate, it's all about sales, growth, revenue. Mike, do they care about quality?
Not at all.
You don't hear none of that when you are dealing with a corporate entity. Corporate is money, sales, volume. Push them out, push them out, push them out. That is what we're seeing with music now. The small businesses have been pushed out. G-Unit, the Maybach, the Murder Inc., the Def Jam, the Bad Boy, all those labels, y'all. Labels were there. Death Row. Think about how much quality music they were putting out when they were indie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody had their own sound. Whenever we get away from that, y'all, and we go to the corporate model, which does produce profit, you got to understand, corporate equals money. Corporate and quality are not the same.
Well,
so go ahead.
I don't think her longevity in the business is going to be long at all.
How long are you thinking?
I say 2 years.
Dang, Mike, 2 years?
Unless you diversify yourself.
You right, though. I mean, the range of scale, Mike, and I educated myself as I do it. Mm-hmm. Every 4 years, you get a new fan base from high school to college. So when they age out, a newer artist will come in a newer crop, but you got to cater to that market. For example, Mike, remember how big Kodak Black was about 6 years ago?
Yeah.
His audience is older now. He hasn't pivoted with them. Kodak just looked crazy, but Kodak got records.
Kodak got records, though.
But Mike, who banging with him right now, though?
I'm still banging with Kodak, yo.
I'm on new Kodak, though. You feel me? Don't get old. Got the No Flock and all that can get played right now. But I'm saying if you gonna go ahead and play him in his new music, Mike, yeah, you can tell he has pivoted. You know what I'm saying?
Conversation we was having last week about Wayne.
I ain't even think about that, but that's another great example. Wayne is the same artist, but look where Wayne is at. He's stuck. And it's like, if you don't pivot, it's kind of crazy, Mike. If you don't grow as a man or as a woman, you will remain that way professionally, right? Relationship, emotionally. It doesn't just affect you in one area. It affects you everywhere.
Correct.
Speaking of which, Mike, since the year 2000, I want you to put your music cap on. Name me your top 5 cities in America where the best artists are coming from. It was a good poll this week. I think it's a great opening topic. You name them anywhere, Mike. Top 5 cities where musical artists are coming from since the year 2000.
Atlanta, number 1.
Okay.
That's on top since about that time. I think the New York market kind of dried up a little bit.
So you ain't got New York in your top 5?
It's got to be, though. Just from 2000 to now?
2000, I mean, they had ASAP, they had Pop, and 50. Who else?
Nah, that's it.
That's pretty bad.
No. I said New York.
I wouldn't put New York up. I'll put Chicago over New York.
Chicago before New York.
I would put Chicago way over New York.
They got a lot. Chicago got a lot of people out.
Hey, you know who else had New York? Go ahead.
First, it was Chief Keef, and that he was like the only one.
Hey, Nate, don't forget you forgetting Ye.
Ye, but Ye is guaranteed. Ye is guaranteed. I would say Cali, the market of Cali.
You talking about LA? You got to name a city, remember?
LA, So
LA,
LA,
you got a name since 2000. Name them. We got Kendrick. We got YG. We got Game, Mustard, Roddy Rich. They top 5. They are. They got some artists.
So
Ty Dolla $ign. They do. They got
$ign. You right. Party Next Door.
Party Next Door. Okay. You forgetting about 2 big ones. I'm gonna throw at you. You Memphis.
Oh, Memphis is on fire right now.
Gotti, Mo, Bag, Glow.
True. I was saving Memphis for last though.
Hey, finesse 2 times. Memphis is higher than New York.
Memphis is way higher than New York. Memphis would be so if Atlanta was my 1, Memphis would be my 2.
Memphis over Chicago.
Nah, 2 Chicago.
Okay, 2 Chicago. Hey, for real, number 1 in Atlanta and Chicago these past 10 years. I feel like Chicago got too much drill, but Chicago done had some fire. They've been really.
Well, no, we gotta put New York up there because if you're talking about drill, if you're talking about, I don't know, Davies.
I mean, no, but who you taking off your top? You just named 5 cities.
I named 5 already.
Atlanta, LA, Houston, Memphis, Chicago. Who you taking off?
That's it. That's
so
my 5.
NY not making a list at all.
NY not making a list at all from 2000 to now.
Yeah.
No.
Man, let me hear that order again, Mike. You said what again?
Atlanta number 1, Chicago number 2, Memphis number 3, Houston.
Who in Houston? You gotta think about that now. Who in Houston have they since 2000? Well, early 2000 they had some heat. They had Mike Jones, Slim Thug, Chameleonaire, Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Hosting. Travis Scott, my bad. Beyonce. You right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Houston definitely up there. Okay. Yeah.
That's my 5. What's your 5? Is it similar?
I'm gonna go Chicago, Atlanta, Memphis, New Orleans. Cash Money, boy. Why you forgot all about the NO?
Man,
I'm gonna leave LA and New York off.
You leaving LA off?
I got to. Since the year 2000, does New Orleans or LA have bigger artists?
Does your NBA YoungBoy come from New Orleans or he
from BR? Well, you can say he from that pipeline.
Well, damn. Then I done messed up hard time because he didn't.
Kevin Gates,
Gates. I forgot about Gates.
You forgetting about New Orleans? Hey, I would argue New Orleans can rival Atlanta.
Since 2000, you're right.
New Orleans can rival Atlanta.
I would like to make a substitution and add New Orleans to my list.
New Orleans got heat, boy. Hey, Cash Money alone.
True.
They got that's 6 artists, right? Cash Money got 6. We forgetting about P. We forgetting about NBA. We forgetting about all of that. Is
So like you said Atlanta, New Orleans,
Chicago, New Orleans, Memphis, and Houston.
All right.
I would leave LA and NY off of it. My opinion. I think LA has had big artists, but besides Kendrick, I would put Game up there too.
You gotta think about Nipsey though.
Nipsey was big business. I look at Nipsey like I look at Jay-Z.
Big business, not big music.
No, I feel like Jay-Z is big East New York, but nobody. I live in Houston. I ain't never heard no Hove nowhere.
Damn.
It's the truth, man. People don't. I know that's a regional thing. They always say Hove big. He's not though, bro. Like my dad, and forget my daddy from New York. He's a New Yorker. But since I've been down here, Mike, I don't hear Hove. You know who I hear heavy? I hear Zero. I hear NBA YoungBoy. I hear a lot. I hear Boozy down here heavy, Mike. So it's like it is a regional thing. I don't think most people got to understand. Like them artists, New York artists, don't get pulled down here. Hey, and I can't even forget about the. You made me think about something else. Mike, the New Orleans artists, the guy Rob 49 and all them. Like I said, man, it's when we talk about music in your lane, Mike. I just think it's a lot of debates, but for real, our big markets have not been putting out no hit records. Like I said, I give 50 his credit. 50 is iconic status.
New York, hip hop Becca.
But I mean, 50 hold it down. Let's give him that. I think it pop lasts longer. Yeah. Who else? ASAP. ASAP had one album though. He ain't really music, right? ASAP, but he did put the ASAP mob on.
I wouldn't even consider ASAP, bro.
Ooh, you going hot right there? Come on now, that long live
ASAP cool, bro, but
you ain't like the long live ASAP.
I did. I'm not saying that. I didn't. I'm just saying when it comes to New York rappers, he like low on my totem pole.
Man, who your top 10 New York rappers? Let me hear it then.
Dang, I don't even
know.
No
order. Throw it out there.
All right.
Let me give you top 5 to make it easier.
Yeah, top five. Top 5, DMX.
Gotta be up there.
Gotta be up there. I just was listening to DMX the other day and I was like, woo, this hard. Biggie, of course. Let's see. Top 5 New York. Goddamn Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
That's 3 or 4.
3? You got 2 more. You ain't even mentioned Nas. You ain't even mentioned 50.
I ain't even get there yet.
You ain't even mentioned Jadakiss.
Kiss and Nas. That's it.
Over 50? Oh, Mike going.
I fuck with 50, but 50 ain't the lyrics. When I'm naming them cats, I'm talking about the lyrics.
Okay.
50 is an honorable mention for New York. For me.
Hey, I got something real controversial New York ain't gonna like. You know who in their top 5 they ain't gonna like and want to admit?
Who? 6ix9ine?
6ix9ine.
He changed the culture.
Did he not have a crazy run, Mike?
Honorable mention for sure.
He had top 10. They don't want to put that stigma on him. He's in y'all top 10.
He has to be.
Since the year 2000, besides 50 Cent, Pop Smoke, who else is their bigger artist besides 6ix9ine?
6ix9ine had a hell of a run. Even though he was snitching. He had a hell of a run.
We got on that, but you know the funny thing about it, Mike? Most black people don't like to hear this. You know, I got to put my tinfoil kufi on. Migos snitch on black people when they get locked up. What you mean? Ain't no loyalty to us.
Right.
We the only ones that uphold their culture. Ain't no snitching. If you go to jail with a different culture, they telling on you, cuz.
That too.
Hey, bro, they telling on you. There is no upholding the non-snitching code if you go with a different ethnicity. They don't even look at telling on you as snitching. I don't know if you know that. 6ix9ine still performing in the Latin countries. They ain't calling no snitch.
He good in every hood.
He good. And they culture, he ain't snitch. He ain't telling no Migo. He told him a black. And I know people don't like to hear these type of conversations, Mike, but we keep it 1,000. We lit thou out here.
You got to.
We laid on the bricks.
You had to name 6ix9ine because, like you said, bro, that run was crazy. He had America. He had the whole America on the chokehold.
Hey, and don't forget, he was super disrespectful with it.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nobody touch him, Mike. Did he lie?
Damn, nigga and everything.
Look, you know I ain't like that. You know how I get down, Mike. I don't like none of that. But ain't nobody touch him.
Crazy.
Ain't nobody touch him.
Ain't nobody touch YSL Woody either.
Yeah.
I was watching the video. They said it was a hood dude from Atlanta. He was like, man, what y'all think about Woody? He said, we're going to leave that man alone because that man will do you dirty for real. Like, niggas is scared. They was like, you scared of YSL Woody? Yes. He said, yes, I am.
You know what that says, man? Our street guys who we need the most are fearful now. Our street brothers have a code back in the day, but right now, if they think you big, if you can fight, or you the police, they don't challenge you.
Right. Give me 2 seconds, T. I'm so sorry.
Do you think? I go in. What I'm saying is that culturally speaking right now, most of our brothers are very much nervous when discussing real life politics or real life issues. I like to go on this point of view because many of us talk about culture, man. Standing on business, standing up, making a conversation. But many of us, especially our cats that we need the most, and our hood brothers, man, this ain't no shot at you. We need y'all the most. The young boys, we need y'all the most because y'all stand on business. Most of our young boys are pretty much nervous and scared. The biggest thing I can say about anybody, Mike, is Charleston White said it. I know everybody don't like him, but I agree with him right here. Charles. Well, Mike, I'm gonna tell you what he said. How George Zimmerman is still living.
100% facts, bro.
He's signing Skittles. He doing interviews. Jaron Wilson, Tariq, the guy that killed Tariq. What's his name? I'm sorry, the 12-year-old young man. What's his name? Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice, yeah.
I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name. They still living. That's how we know our street class from back in the day is different. Yeah, Malcolm X and the generation stood on business.
Bro, there's no way some of them people should still be walking around. And I ain't even that type of guy, but
it's the truth. It's the truth.
And Zimmerman was disrespectful with it, bro.
Remember, he told Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You mean you talking to one of our icons that way? But that also let me know something else too, Mike. And this is why I got to get at us educate. As I don't call myself the educated class, but you know we got a lot of us that consider ourselves that way. Mm-hmm. There is a disconnect. Ain't no love for the brother that's out here struggling. You know, Mike. You in these streets. You hear it? The brother ain't got nothing going on. There is no camaraderie, no love, no understanding amongst him. You a bum. Hey, I saw something funny today. You know what I saw? You got to be a rich nigga today to broke hoe.
Dang. The tables have turned.
Mike, am I lying? Yeah, speaking of that, Mike, oh man, I was gonna do it. I'm gonna do a TikTok video about it. I'm gonna throw it at you. We going all off, Mike. I'm gonna get us back on topic. Went to a party this weekend, Mike, with my dogs. 27 in the undercrowd. Man,
how was it? Was you unk in the party?
I was just not that though, Mike. But you know what it was the most? Nobody. If I'm a guy and you go out, how do you meet women?
That is 100% true.
There is sections, Mike. The girls sit with each other. The guys sit with each other. There is no mingling.
So you know, back in me and your day, I hate to sound like we coming straight smack at anything that's walking, cuz.
It was, but it was no separation, Mike. It was like everybody was on one dance floor, right? Everybody danced and mingled and talked. Even if you got rejected, Mike, which is a part of the culture. Yeah. But Mike, when I tell you girls dance with girls only, guys sitting, I mean, it's just in that moment I kind of felt like my age a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know the music, Mike, you know, I stay hip to what's going on, but it was just like, and I asked the guys, like, how do y'all meet? How do y'all talk? Like, if you see the pretty girls and you see them over there and they're with each other, what do you do?
If it was me, I'm running up on the section and I'm making everybody laugh.
But Mike, you are one with a personality like that.
Right.
What about, let's forget the dudes that have the social skills because y'all gonna win regardless. But if you are the average brother and you go to an environment like that, what do you do?
Yeah. Probably just sit in your section, drink your drink.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was nothing to nobody.
And I said, y'all, this ain't fun. If I pay my money to go out here and sit down and we eat and we sit with people I came with, what's fun about that?
We do that anywhere.
Anywhere. And I kept saying, what do you mean? I was like, y'all, the lights supposed to be off, the music supposed to be vibing, we supposed to be dancing and talking to each other.
Period.
That's the point of going out to hopefully mingle. But Mike, it was very eye-opening, man, to see that because it was like they didn't talk, Mike. Like, I mean, out the whole time, Mike, nobody talked to each other.
Was women dancing with men at all?
No, Mike. I don't think you understand, Mike. It may sound crazy, but like
it's no one was catching twerk.
None, Mike. No winding. No salt, nothing. Mike. The music, the guys, they were trying. It was some brothers, DJs, young guys. They were trying, Mike, but it was just culturally. You will, if you are anybody that was in the club era, post cell phone, pre cell phones, pre sections, you will feel the difference. I felt it, Mike.
That made me not want to go nowhere.
That is the exact feeling I had.
Because and me and you are very similar, but we are people. So if we ain't interacting, bro, I'm not gonna let the club turn me into an introvert.
It was just, if you honestly, you know what it is, Mike? If you don't have the money to get a section, if you don't want to buy somebody a drink, you don't know. It's like, what do you like? For real, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And it was just like, I mean, in that moment, like I really want to talk about that later, Mike. This is on my, I love doing that.
Hey, let's put a pin in it. Let's curtail it.
You're right. Period to that one, man. You know it's less than 30 days, Mike. You took your red hat off, though. I know. So, Mike, is you making America great again, Mike? Because you know it's less than 30 days, Mike, and I don't know, Mike.
Bro, I'm not comfortable with neither platform.
I got you.
At all.
It's been a quiet election cycle, hasn't it, Mike?
It has, but I'm gonna tell you, bro.
It's been quiet.
The lady that you showed me for the third party had the best platform I ever seen in a long time.
I've never thought in our lifetime we would see that. But I told everybody, I feel like this political season has been quiet. Ain't been no motion, Mike. Am I tripping? It ain't been no motion. It's been one debate. It's been awkward.
The vice presidential debate was too nice.
Nice.
Talking about, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that too. Like, nah, man, y'all supposed to hate each other, man. Come on, man. We supposed to hear how this nigga didn't pay his taxes for 10 years. Like, what?
Stupid. I mean, it was just interesting, man. Like I said, I'm never gonna sway anybody. I'm all policy driven. But I was gonna give your thoughts on it, Mike. How do you think this political season? I mean, it's crazy, Mike. Do you think it's been weak? Have you been shocked by the lack? I mean, I ain't seen no ads. I don't know if I'm just in Texas. Have you seen the ads?
Not at all, bro. Damn Democratic Party keep texting me. Hey, bro, stop texting my phone. I already told you I was gonna vote. Like, what more do you need to say to me? You feel me? But I'll be 100% honest with you. It has been very weird. Like, we ain't even seen. Like, I've been trying to research what y'all about. What y'all about, man? That's what I need to know. Who gonna be the most bang for my money? Who gonna help me get these student loans off my back?
Joe Biden just approves $6.5 billion.
Bro, he's approved it 7 times, and my number ain't get called yet. Do you personally? I know one person personally.
When you said that, Mike, you want to go ahead, talk your issue.
You personally know somebody that got they student loans good off of that shit. Personally, I know one person, and I think it was a stretch. I think the motherfucker got lucky on some. They almost finished paying their shit or something like that.
So but you call it Fugazi on it?
I don't know nobody personally that Biden has held down with this. Who is these 6 billion people, bro? Who are they?
You spitting back? I ain't pushing back. That's why I'm at. I'll go ahead and talk your issue.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If they relieving people student debt, we should at least know 2 to 3 people a piece.
And we know a lot of people too.
And I'm telling you, like I said, I think the one person, it was on some fluke shit because it was like Navient. They going under. They got to pay the money back. I think it was on some shit like Navient did them dirty or something and they got good. I don't even think it was Joe Biden. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my question is this. Where that man been at, bro? What you been doing in the presidency? Where you been at? You sickly. Is Kamala running the White House already? Like, what Joe been up to?
I will say, man, for the Democrats, they done fumbled a lot this year. Right?
Well, I say this too, bro. I think it should be an age limit, dog. Why you close to 90 years old, fucking running the world? We need to be more progressive. Why you 90 years old making laws?
Everything you saying is facts.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I think the biggest thing they're starting to see, Mike, and this is my opinion, there is a generational gap from the elder generation of Black Americans and us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't vote, think, or do anything like our parents, Mike. I'm gonna show
Not
you.
At all.
People don't even. I'm gonna tell you how deep it is, Mike. Tyler Perry's films have flopped the last 4 of them. People ain't even realize that.
I ain't been that big of a Tyler Perry. I mean, Tyler Perry cool.
I know, Mike.
I ain't even banging with. I'm glad.
Hey, Mike, but I'm saying generationally, he has not pivoted to a younger audience.
Because we ain't going for you being the grandma in the dress with the gun, bro.
Well, Mike, it's the stereotypes: the light skin, the dark skinned man being evil, then the light skinned man saving you. All of those cloaks and those stereotypes that were once accepted by older Black folk. Many of us don't go to church. Many of us are politically astute. Many of us have a different philosophy when it comes to religion, politics, spirituality. Everything is different. I do believe right now we are seeing a shift in real time. And I do believe that is what Joe Biden and them were not, and they were not aware of it, Mike. So what you are seeing is that we're asking, Mike, you asking, I'm asking. I know every black man I know is asking, what's up with these student loans? What's up with these checks?
Because I'm going to be honest with you, student loans had all of America in a chokehold. White, black, Puerto Rican,
everybody
in a chokehold. It was a scam. You told us to go to college, and then we paid for it.
You
and
ain't
then
lying.
What you didn't tell us was we're going to be paying for college until we die. Like, why? And I brought this up last week. Why do I have a $32,000 student loan, and I've been paying it for 10 years, and I still have $22,000 to pay? Why is that?
You ain't lying, brother. Hey, you know my style with it. I understand. I tell all my brothers I agree. I believe these issues are not going anywhere, and I believe politically they were not prepared for it, Mike. That's why I think now, even though Trump, what's Trump's policy, we don't know, but he talking the way a lot of Americans want to hear. The migrant thing is a real issue. No matter how you slice it. Right. You cannot give certain people money in this country with everybody else struggling. You ain't gonna win. What he ain't got nothing else, that's true. But he is going to help American citizens, no matter if you feel or you disagree with it. You ain't gotta like him. But that is how most people feel. Also,
Trump gave everybody the stimmy. Everybody had some bread.
Well,
when it came out on your taxes.
You stupid. And I also think this is a real part, Mike. The most people are not talking about is that right now, Joe Biden really made a lot of mistakes.
I just don't think I don't think he was. I'm not saying competent, but I felt like, bro, you was old as hell when you was the vice president, my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was old as a bitch. And then you won the election and was old as fuck. Like, I just feel like at a certain point he lost it. Like, and you can tell because we ain't never seen no president be absent as hell. Like, I'm talking about, ask yourself, for real, this nigga ain't even out giving speeches. He ain't like, what is Pawpaw doing? Like, what is, you feel me? Hey, like, and I ain't even trying to be ignorant.
Say he got dementia, Mike. Maybe he really do.
Man, but if you had dementia, my nigga, we should have did what was responsible and not voted you in the office, bro.
Yeah. Everything that happens comes with something. And I do believe we are now seeing the fruits of those results starting to come with something. And we got Kamala in there. You know, she's been saying some crazy stuff. I don't know if you've been seeing her ads everywhere, Mike. It's just been crazy. So like I said, Mike, it's been a real quiet. Like I said, 30 days. We got less than 2 weeks and we ain't hearing nothing about these presidential debates. So I ain't seen
one debate and we don't need, like, I don't even know if I watched it. Like,
Mike, they've been, I don't know what's going on.
We talked about the presidential debate and I don't even think we had 100% mad good highlights off of it. Like,
it was just, like you said, it's been unusual. I don't know if they just weren't prepared for it. And I also think a lot of the older black class is really out of touch. Like we spoke about last week, our boy Obama. You can't be quiet for 10 years, then come out and say, y'all got to vote and do what I tell you to do now. You know.
My man been enjoying his retirement.
Listen, Mike, then keep enjoying it, fam.
Right.
You can't come out here, Mike. What's the one rule all black people we got in this country? If you ain't doing nothing, don't be speaking big, bro. You ain't been in these streets. You ain't been in these fields. And I got something else to say, Mike, and I got to say something real about this. Shout out to my pops. Your kids good, former President Obama.
Right.
Your kids got money.
100% good.
Your kids ain't doing student loans. Your kids ain't got to worry about money that me and Mike, the problems that me and Mike got to go with. So the way you set your kids up, we want the same thing.
Set America up like that, big dog.
Because you set your people up. You've been quiet. Your girl's taken care of. Quiet, Mike. We ain't say nothing. But then when you come out here and say, y'all need to do this, bro, you ain't doing what you say you was going to do.
Right.
Now you messed up your reputation internally now.
What happened to Yes We Can?
Bruh.
What happened to Hope Is on the Way?
Man, I'ma say it again.
Ain't had no. And since that nigga left the presidency, we ain't even heard no Obama.
Mike, the one thing that resonates with me the most, Mike, as a person that is conscious and knows stuff, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, all happened under President Obama. You ain't pressing no charges. You ain't put nobody to jail. You ain't do nothing, fam.
You said we gonna let the judicial system do what they do, and we're not gonna stand in the way of our. This is why we have the judicial system. Soon as George Zimmerman ain't go to jail, we should have did away with the judicial system that we know and love, motherfucker. You should have been like, I don't write in legislation right now. They do away with this will never happen again. And too many times we have seen somebody black get innocently murdered and nothing happened, and then everybody, man. Don't get me started.
No, this is why you speak freely, man. But it's the truth.
And I love and I just want black people to open their eyes. Stop voting for these people because they black.
Well, I'm gonna say something, Mike.
That shit do not matter to me.
I think our eyes are open, Mike. Our generation is not doing what our grandfathers and grandmothers and them did. They are not blindly supporting you. That is the one reason they have an issue now.
Yeah.
They are saying, what are you doing? Black men right now, 40 and under, are not rocking with those waves.
I ain't rocking with it at all. Because you ain't going to piss on me and tell me it's raining.
Mike, it is I don't think most people understand how big of a gap it is.
Yeah, we ain't going for none of that.
No, Mike, you got to go something. I want what the migrants got. I want money.
I ain't even gonna lie. The immigrants have more rights than blacks. They get to go to school. They ain't gotta pay it back. Our tax dollars, and I'm not. And if you're an immigrant watching our show, I love you. I ain't got nothing mad at you. I ain't even hating at all. Y'all winning. I just want to win too.
But ain't nothing wrong with what you saying though.
They got free health care. They got free benefits. They give you an 800 credit score when you come into the country. Maybe not 800, but you got good credit as soon as you come in the motherfucker. We got to build our shit up. We got to work for our shit. And you getting already, you could buy a house with your credit. And you're not even supposed to be here? Come on, man. That's crazy. And you getting free health care. So you could buy a house and you can get sick and not worry about that bill. Come on, dog. That's crazy.
Now, what you're speaking on, going to our next subject, this has sparked a new political movement and consciousness among us. 40 and under black people think, move, operate differently. They are not, it is a huge split from baby boomers, from civil rights generation. There is a huge split, Mike. We don't, like, I'm going to keep saying it, the religious foundation piece, you can't shame us on that.
Gone. Church, gone.
That church, you gonna do what God, brothers ain't listening to it.
And I love my God. You know,
I'm with you.
Hey, and if anybody asks, I send the word every morning, but I don't need to go to church to do it either.
But Mike, you are more common than you think. I'm a spiritual guy, Mike. I don't go to church. I like going there once in a while, but I go, Mike. But like you said, right now, the church wave is done.
It's because if you really think about it, bro, we done seen so much hurt. We done seen so much people of God do so much dirt. Like, and you talking about you love me as a Christian, but you wilding for respect. Like,
remember, Mike,
crazy, judging me.
That circle of influence is gone now.
Yeah.
That mean the pastors don't have respect. That mean they can't tell people. That mean the clergy. You got to remember, most people forget this, Mike. When brothers speak, most women will follow. We are saying, openly, we want something for the vote. We not voting blindly. We want to see change. Black politically, we are entirely different. We don't even watch the same shows. Tyler Perry has no sway with us.
I don't even like Tyler Perry, dog.
That's Mike, you a great case study.
I don't even like that shit.
But Mike, I'm being for real. You a case study.
And oh man,
okay.
What I'm about to say about the
talk your joint.
People, please don't hate me for this because I'm not gay bashing at all. I love our counterparts, but Tyler Perry did something that a lot of people couldn't do, and Tyler Perry made it okay across the board for people to be okay with men cross dressing. He ushered it into the church.
I
He
ain't think
ushered
about that.
he made it okay for people to be okay with and I'm saying do what you do, but I'm saying if we think about it from a religious and other standpoints, Tyler Perry broke the mold and made it okay for a man to be in a dress and a man to act like a woman. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying if you look at history, they won't fucking with no shit like that. And Tyler Perry single handedly made it okay and made it made it digestible for the black church, for the black home, and for the black community.
If I had some gunshots, Mike, I'll shoot them off for you right now. Brrr, brrr. Mike drops some heat. I never, again, Mike, you
Think about
provided
what I
shit for
said
back.
though.
No, you're right. There was not a movement of allowing that to happen. He was the ushering movement. I was going to go differently, Mike. Love the bar, man, what Mike just said. I was going to go from this level, Mike. We keep hollering, and Kamala Harris is AKA. Many black people don't even know what Greek organizations are.
Point blank period. Unless you dealt
Unless you went to college.
Unless your auntie or somebody like that is in the Greek organization or your uncle or anything.
Mike, go ahead. They
shit,
don't have no pull in these streets, is what I'm saying, Mike.
But that shouldn't sway you either.
But Mike, guess what? They have zero credibility in these streets. They're like the church. They're obsolete. At one point, it held a significance. Now, what is the difference between that culture and what we see with the gangs? We got the shirts, we got the bandana, but when something go down, what they at, Mike? Where y'all at? So right now, there is a huge psychological shift. Church, y'all ain't doing nothing. Greeks, y'all ain't doing nothing. Gangs, y'all ain't doing nothing. There is a shift among what we think as black people.
It's crazy, bro.
Am I lying, bro? Like, it is a new era being championed in about progressiveness, what we want, what we desire. I believe we're getting more unified, more on code. But most people have no idea. Like right now, if you're not in tune, you won't see it. But the Mikes that's coming from a religious background will tell you. And Mike, you are not the anomaly. You're very common, bro. You know how many dudes grew up in the church that don't go to church now?
Where bro, and I'm talking about, I'm one of them ones that went to church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I played the drums in the church. I was the church musician. I did the sound. I did everything you could think of in church. My dad's a preacher. My dad was the head deacon of the church. I have seen so much fucked up shit in the church that you would think we was in the street. It's crazy.
Do you believe that you are common, or you believe you no brother? You don't know. Do you know any brothers that were doing with you back then that are actively still in it at your age?
Only the musicians, because they and I hate to say it like that, but they getting a check.
It is what it is. So besides the people getting paid to be there, do you see it among our age group any?
Not quite often.
Man,
There's people still in the church, but most of the young people I know, they of the church, but not in the church.
So you're saying there is an age limit on that now?
I say from 35 like us on down to like, maybe like 17. People ain't going to church like that, bro.
So 35 and under, they not going. Mike said
they're not going to the building. We'll watch it on the internet. Stephen Furtick is a great pastor. I love Elevation Church. I listen to his message every Sunday. And I ain't got to go into no building to get that word of God. And I think that a lot of people are understanding that you ain't got to go to the building to get the word. You ain't got to go to the building to worship. I mean, we all need to fellowship, but the way that the economy, that like people going to work on Sunday, bro. I remember when Sundays were sacred and a lot of places won't open on Sunday, bro. People going to work making that Skrilla on Sunday. I want to.
Bars, 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 and bars. To wrap it up, Mike, on this topic, do you think the conscious black movement that we have right now in this country, how real is it? And will the political parties catch up to what we need and what we desire?
I think the political parties are still stuck in their ways, so it's going to take some time to catch up to where we at developmentally as blacks and younger people. So the piece about the political parties, they got to play catch up. They got to play catch up, and I don't think they will meet us where we at. For at least, I don't think I'll see it as an adult.
Mike said he's going pessimistic. I believe, Mike, after these next two elections they lose, we're going to see massive change. What makes you move, Mike? Losing money, you take some losses. Once you start losing money and taking losses, your perspective must change. Ain't nobody going to keep putting money into you if you keep losing.
That's true.
It's going to have to change. Moving on, Mike. I don't know if you heard, Big Meech is free.
It's controversial.
It is. I was going to ask you, how do you feel about that? Number one,
I'm happy that anybody that's been in jail for 25 plus years is coming home to be joining society. However, it's very controversial. It's very controversial because if you look at the type of case that he had and the type of charges that he was supposed to get, Big Meech was the leader and went down as the leader in a RICO case. And I wish I would have sent you this video, but it was a dude asking like, okay, I'm a lawyer. I know the law. Big Meech, you was the leader of and indicted in a RICO investigation. A leader that is indicted in a RICO investigation, there's no deals, there's no getting out early. That person does life in prison. I don't know the man personally, but word on the street was he a third-party snitch. All I'm saying is there's different type of plea deals. A 30-year plea deal in the Fed penitentiary, you have to do 85% of your time. From 2000 to 2024 right now, that's 25 and a half years. That's 85% of a 30-year plea deal. That's all I'm saying. And it seemed like you seen the same video I seen.
I'm gonna go even deeper, Mike. He 50?
Yeah.
He still gotta uphold the street rules.
Nigga,
I'm 50, Mike. I'm still a street nigga.
You can't be a street. I mean, you can be, but
when do the street rules go away?
Well, in the black community, they never do.
No, Mike. No. When do the street rules go away?
That man need to go ahead and get a job and be a regular
Listen,
nigga.
Man, he ain't even got to work with Mike. He 50. He's supposed to tell. What?
But he told before he was 50.
Mike, how we know, Mike? I'm a 50-year-old street ninja? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm supposed to be gangster street. Bro, he a grandfather now. He ain't 20-something. This man got grandkids. He been in jail for 20 years. You think he has any desire to stay in there? Mike, you did 25. You ain't telling?
Bro, if I did 5, nigga. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not a street nigga, so it depends on what telling is in the streets. You know
Man, listen, man, they don't know what it is. This is one of my problems I got. Woody, we know, told. He's still in the streets, ain't nobody doing nothing.
They say Woody a killing, ain't nobody scared. Everybody scared to say.
Hold up, Mike. I thought snitches get stitches. This is what we can't play that both sides to me. If that's the law it's gonna be, I'm respecting that law.
I think only certain snitches get stitches.
Man, then it ain't no street rules, Mike. Big Meech, 50-something years old. You think he's still a street nigga? Is that what we saying? My daddy was a street nigga, Mike. My daddy did his time, came home, did what he supposed to do. He said, bro, I ain't no street nigga no more. Right. What I want my kids to be a street nigga for?
Right.
I had to do what I had to do. Big Meech, 50 years old, he shouldn't have no street rules on him. If he told, what that mean, Mike? He told.
And then he told him some old shit. So is it really telling?
Mike, if he told he a grandfather.
Right.
He's supposed to be the same Big Meech from 2000? BMF, Big Meech.
He can't be.
I believe he deserves to get paid off his likeness in his movies. I agree with that.
Hell yeah.
But he ain't that same man. Even when I hear that stuff, I'm like, y'all, he is acting his age appropriately. Am I lying?
So you supposed to tell.
Mike, name me the 50-year-old street nigga that gets respect.
Nigga, I don't know.
0%.
Cause you, as we said with the music, you haven't pivoted.
Name me the street guy. Remember, Malcolm X was a street nigga. Name me the street niggas in our culture now that get respect. You don't get anything because you're not really doing nothing. And then this is coming from love. If you were putting in work, if you were holding police, if you were doing the same thing, you will get the love and admiration you were supposed to get. Right now, we call them street niggas, but they ain't doing nothing, man. Y'all scared of white folk. Y'all scared. Mike ain't scared of white folk. I seen Mike in action. Mike got more heart than most street niggas. Y'all ain't saying nothing to him. Mike, I'm keeping it on the bricks now. You know I'm gonna keep it 1,000 while. If we don't say that,
well, I ain't scared of nobody.
Well, I know that, Mike. But what I'm saying, we see a culture among a lot of street niggas that they are, Mike. And like I said, when I heard them talking points, I'm like, man, I looked at Meech age, what, 50-something years old?
Yeah. That man ain't been in jail his whole motherfucking life.
Mike, he's a grandfather. Right. Ain't he supposed to tell? That ain't granddaddy supposed to snitch on you? Ain't daddy supposed to tell on you? Daddy ain't supposed to be saying, you know, ain't no snitching, son. Daddy, what?
So you want me to go to jail, Dad?
Man, listen. I expect your father to tell on you to make you do right. I expect your father to hold you accountable. If I was once a child, I thought that way, you ain't wasting time.
True.
Now, I do believe one thing that is true, Mike, that I do believe. We have a culture of the hood booger worship. There ain't no congratulations, brother, you graduated, but it's free Meech. Now, we know Meech is iconic. His story, his legacy, what he did was iconic.
Right.
But the hood booger worship is much more. It's the truth. And like I said, his story is not, it's outwardly unique. But when I'm hearing that, man, Meech snitch, he did that time on Meech, man, look, he better snitch.
Right. That nigga did 25 and a half
Mike,
years.
what? 20, Mike.
That's a lifetime.
Mike, you know we don't
live that long.
Mike, you know what we don't say? I'm gonna break it down to you like I do. That's 25 Christmases.
Birthdays.
25 birthdays. Thanksgivings, Mike. Your kids' birthdays.
Right.
Mother's Days, Father's Days, New Year's. You missed 25 of those. At age 50, Mike, and people don't like to go this far, Mike. I'm gonna go there. The average age of a black man, do you know how long we live, Mike?
I say 55.
65 and a half.
Word.
So let's say Meech is 55.
He got 10 years left.
10 more birthdays left, Mike. Put it like that.
10 and a half birthdays.
Mike, that's all he got left. What's that worth to you, Mike?
Everything.
Exactly.
Because I done spent 25 of my 50 in the Bing.
What? People, we got to put stuff in perspective. If I only have, Mike, like I said, God hope us, Mike, we live till we late 90s, 100s. But if not, I want to live a fruitful, healthy time.
That man just want to come home and be a regular motherfucker.
Mike, think about it, Mike.
He's not even going to be able to come home and be a regular motherfucker because of who his legacy, what his
Mike,
legacy is.
Come on, man. Like I said, Mike, his diet, his body breaking down, that penitentiary food wasn't good. Come on, Mike. You don't know
look,
if
they already said the girls at Manchester City was ready to throw him a welcome home party. Like, bro, he is not the same Big Meech.
Man.
Y'all money is not going to be long like that.
It is just, Mike, again, he's getting the love and admiration that he deserves because his story is so unique. But hopefully, like I said, as I know the brother has changed. But the whole, like I said, Mike, I've been seeing it all, man. That man was snitching, bro. He's supposed to. People like, man, you crazy for saying that. Come on, man. So my nightcap on this, Mike, is, man, look, Meech did his time. He did what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to snitch. At 50, Mike, we the police. At 40, Mike, are we not the police?
Police.
Mike, you ain't gonna smoke goddamn no drugs around me, jeopardize me going to jail, Mike. You going to jail for anybody?
Nah.
Is you not going in there telling Mike right now?
I ain't saying that.
Mike, you telling. So if they ask you right now, Mike, did you see this murder? You gonna say, no, I ain't snitching?
I ain't saying none of that.
What you saying?
I ain't see nothing.
If they say they got you on there, you gonna be in there for compliance, and you gonna do this nickel. What you doing, G?
I'm doing the 5 on my head, nigga, for the culture.
You lie like a mother. Hey, 5 and hey, what a prison at the 757? What prison? What's the prison out there that everybody go to?
Yeah, I don't even know. Cause...
You know, you don't even know. Hey, I know down here they see the Beaumont. Man, I ain't going out there, Mike. Hey, look, they in the field hitting that mother. Outside in the heat. Hitting that mother. Hey, Mike, I ain't doing 30 days.
Yeah, damn, T, you telling it all.
What? If you know that you deliberately doing something that's just dumb, it's one thing if you protecting your family, Mike. It's just something for real. But if you just selling a little nickel bag, man, for real, no. You going to jail with me.
I'm hoping I never have to be in a situation where
look, I hope so too, Mike, but life is life.
And my life is valuable.
So you admitting it right now, Mike. You gratitude to it.
I'm gonna do the right thing.
Officer McCall showing up for duty.
Hey, well, look, it ain't telling because I'm a civilian. I ain't in the street. It ain't telling.
Ain't no 30-year-old street ninjas, Mike. What you mean? You sound crazy. What? Bruh, don't get me started. Man, Mike, I'm going to give you my last one because my boy about to go to sleep. I can tell you. I got to hear it from my eyes, boys' eyes. Oh.
Hey, look, this sober squints.
Last take for my boy Mike today. Mike, have you listened to Rod Wave's new album?
Fire.
Give me your review on it.
I haven't listened to the whole album yet, so it's unfair for me to give a real good review. But I will say this: from the songs that I have heard, I like Rod. I've always liked Rod Wave as an artist. Rod Wave is a good artist, and I know you got the opportunity to see him in concert. But Rod Wave always can get my money. Like it's a solid album from what I heard so far. I have no complaints. That man is a sad young man, though. That man makes sad music, boy. But
he's a blues artist. Most people don't know that, Mike. He's a blues artist.
Word. Oh,
that's what he is.
He's supposed to be sad music then.
People, we don't like to use those words, Mike, and remix them. Hip hop is spurning now to what its original origins. Rod Wave is a blues artist. That's what the blues were. It resonates with you because it's real, but that's what he is, Mike. He's a blues artist.
That's what's up.
That's all it is. Like, we don't like to say those words like that. He's singing about hard times and what he's going through. But one thing we got to remember, good music resonates with you when you go through things.
Correct.
That's why his music hits so hard, because it's so real.
Right.
That's why. And remember, he's not antics. He's artists.
Right.
So before you get out, go ahead, Mike.
I look forward to these Sundays, man. I do.
Same, my boy. Before you get off, you got to go controversial now.
All right, what's up?
We went the big three with Kendrick. We ain't going to mention that era. Who is the big three in rap, R&B, whatever genre currently? Let's go.
NBA YoungBoy number 1.
I converted Mike to say NBA YoungBoy is that guy. What made you turn, Mike? You argue with me at first and say you ain't know he was that big.
Nah, I did my research.
The boy he's a monster. Am I lying?
He's huge. 7
plaques before 25, Mike. It's crazy. And he's locked up still. Think about it.
That man stay locked up. It's crazy.
They love Tupac's story. We don't like to say it, Mike.
Oh, man. I'm gonna tell you what. If I was a millionaire, bro, you wouldn't have to worry about me breaking no laws.
But Mike, from the hood, from the street, 12 baby mamas, Mike. That man living a different life than we ever thought of. Now, money don't solve no. Another thing, fellas. I don't care how much money you got. It ain't gonna solve no BM problems.
That's true. Let's see. At the YB, I don't know, cause he doing numbers, bro. I don't know nobody else that's doing numbers like that.
Rod Wave.
I like Rod Wave, but he wouldn't be my big 3.
Who would be your big 3?
I don't think I have one. I don't think I listen to a lot of younger artist right now to even have a big three. But I would say YB, young boy, is my top one, and you converted me on that one because I had to do my research and listen. But hey, his song's hard though. Every one a banger, like you
Am
said.
I lying?
Every one.
Hey, Mike, am I lying? Does he not got some bangers?
He got some bangers. You know who I like, but they like they underrated. I like Corday.
Corday's hard. I don't think he has enough bigger records.
He don't have enough bigger records, but he a lyricist.
He is. He is a lyricist. He's on that Joyner Lucas path.
Yeah.
It's hard to rank them because they don't have enough pivot power to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you at least gotta have a big record, at least 2 or 3 big records. That was Jadakiss' problem.
True.
You gotta have your big records. My opinion.
The Lox historically was a good group.
They were. But Mike, were they big as Dipset though?
Nah.
Were they as big as G Unit?
But they got better records than both.
Were they as big as G Unit?
Nah. Who in your top 3 right now? For
you ready? Young Boy definitely. Travis Scott.
Dog. I didn't know Travis Scott was doing numbers like this, but anybody who has a Jordan shoe deal gotta be doing something.
He is who we think Drake is.
Really? I gotta look into it. Now I ain't gonna lie, I got like 4 pair of his shoes.
That tells me everything I need to know.
I got like 4 pair.
Travis Scott is who we think Drake is.
For the youngest.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Drake 10 years ago is Travis Scott now.
Wow.
Travis Scott has 3 albums that are not for us, Mike. But Astro World, Rodeo, and Utopia, all the young boys played them heavily.
Dang, they hits.
They hits.
So you got
in stadiums.
You got NBA young boy.
Travis Scott. And my last one gotta be Rod Wave, man.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say it, y'all, is strictly music. NBA has antics, but he ain't got big antics. He got
I like all their music though. I like all their music. I have no complaints about that. I just didn't know that Travis Scott was like humongous.
Bro, he is who I'm telling everybody. I tell everybody right now. He does not get the pub or the publicity that Drake gets. He doesn't even do the features that Drake did. Artistry, Travis Scott is who we claim that Drake is. He is. He's still
a colonizer.
He can't be music. He black. Right. But Travis Scott has stayed to himself. His concerts are amazing. His artist work is pure. His fan base loves him. He hasn't done like what if Drake would have stayed on his path, Drake would have been like J. Cole. He would have been an R&B dude that made the songs, Mike, that did the features. But once he started doing that, I'm Jamaican, and you remember that transition, babe. Once he went, I'm street guy, I'm from the north side, I started rapping like 21. That's what hurt him. He lost his way. That's what Kendrick was talking about.
He lost his identity.
Yes.
It wasn't nothing wrong with being who you was.
Facts. That's why J. Cole is one. J. Cole has stayed essentially who he is. We know Cole has a ceiling and limit to him.
You know who the next J. Cole?
Who?
Damani.
Okay, I got to hear more of his work. I will put Corday there. If Corday got some bigger records, I'll put Corday there.
He was mentored by Cole and everything. Damani,
I didn't know that.
Damani hard, bro. Damani hard.
I'm writing that down. I'm gonna take a listen. You just gotta have like what separates them is you gotta have those big records at one point.
Yeah.
Look him up, Damani. Like that's what separates. If Corday got 2 big records, Mike, he'd be up there with them because he has consistently enough body of work. But his big records he don't have any. You gotta have that in the morning, like Cole. You gotta have Don't Kill My Vibe. You gotta have at least 1 or 2. To me,
breakout hit.
Yeah, like to me, Little Baby would have been there if he had more of a pivot, but all his music sound the same now, so he's going down. You feel me? Mike, tell the people your handle and what you got going on this week, fam, before you get up out of here.
Oh man, Mikey McCall on Facebook, where McCall at on Instagram. This week, I really don't have much going on. It's self-care week for me, so I will be self-caring myself. I will be loving myself and getting back to who I know that Mike McCall is.
How the audio engineering thing been going in? How's it been chopping up this week? Talk to me.
Oh man, I started a new venture at WHRO. I don't know if I told you that, but I'm a media specialist at WHRO. So if y'all see Arthur on PBS, that's me for sure.
My
It's,
boy.
it's going pretty well. Just learning, soaking up information because a lot of people know me for radio and audio engineering, but I'm now doing the TV thing, so it's just a little different.
I love it, man. I love it, man. Man, enjoy your night, fam. Good to chop it up with you as always, man. Until next time. See you next Sunday.
Love you, brother.
Love you too. Peace. So, as we keep going, y'all, you know, it's my sports segment I love to get into. Bronny James. If you did not know, y'all, Bronny James and LeBron James' debut will be this Tuesday. This Tuesday. Bron and his son will take the court together. You don't hate nepotism. You don't hate politics. You hate nepotism and politics you don't disagree with. Remember, Bron is living the dream. He put his son in a position early on to win. We know Bronny ain't that good, might be being right now. But name me the people that are that good at your job that get these positions. Name me the people that benefit from having someone looking out for them. If you did not know, y'all, that's the way the world works. It's so many people that are unqualified to have positions that do. They have positions. They're not as good. They're not as prepared. They're not as ready to go. They ain't. What you got to understand is that the reality is, y'all, those that have somebody look out for them will do well. Bronny got a father that's looking out for him. He is going to do well, more better than we did to start out. My daddy ain't had no pool like that, but he had the nurturing and the advice to instill in me. Bronny James is getting that from his father. I get it, y'all. He might not be that great. I get it. He might not be the player he wanted to be. I get it. But you know what I'm for, y'all? People might not want to hear. I'm for black nepotism sometimes. When do you see it? Let's keep going. When do you see a young black man getting a layup that is easier to propel his career early on? Where do you see it at? Where do you see that 30-year-old CEO investor that is a black man start a company and make a multi-billionaire from it? Where do you see it at? Where do you see average or below average candidates that are black Americans getting those legacy pools? Where? No, you don't. What we got to understand is right now, Bron is throwing a power move. He deserves it. He's been that good. He's been that excellent. His move, his articulation, his thing for the league, he deserves it. I don't think it's a nepotism thing. I think his father put in the word for him. Hey, hire my son to get him into marketing like everybody else does. The only reason it is hated is because it's LeBron James. Yes, he's polarizing. Yes, he speaks his mind. Yes, he doesn't say things that's unorthodox. Yes, he goes against the narrative. But who else isn't that way as rich and successful? Who else doesn't get that love? Who else does not get that admiration? You ain't got to like it. You ain't got to respect it. But you got to understand. That is how the real world works. Love it, hate it, disrespect it, don't respect it. It don't matter. It is what it is. I understand. So do you. Next thing, Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry that your body's giving up on you. I think it's a tragedy that you don't have the love and respect and doctor mentorship. I think it's crazy that your talent levels have really hurt you in your career. But Kawhi, you are going to hurt younger NBA stars in the future. You are. You and Ben Simmons are going to have a negative adverse effect. They're going to think of you, and more requirements are going to be having to given to superstars in the future. You ain't got to like it. You ain't got to champion. You ain't got to want it. But it's going to happen. The inverse effect. Yo, you were acting like this, so now we got to cut expenses. Yo, this ain't work out this way, so now we got to monitor the goals. Kawhi Leonard effect along with Ben Simmons are going to have a negative effect next CBA deal. So the conversation is going to need to be had. Do we name it after him? Do we blame him? Do we say whose responsibility it is to uphold the league and what it stands for? Or do we chalk it up as it is what it is? Do we understand that it's not going to be perfect? Do we hold these guys accountable even though their bodies failing them? Or do we say when he played, he lived up to it? I don't know. It's a tough conversation, but the reality is a negative adverse effect is going to happen. You ain't got to like me for saying it, but I'm telling you in real time, it's what I see. What I see is that Kawhi and the Ben Simmons of the world are going to hurt future NBA stars. So do not be surprised when the NBA contracts are not fully guaranteed. Do not be surprised when there are more parameters for pay for play. Do not be surprised when you see the changes come. Just know your boy told you he was going to be there. And finally, Charleston White versus Woody. I ain't telling you how to beef. I ain't telling you what to do. But I do think Charleston White's effect that he once had is kind of going away. I understand he's doing this thing with the internet to make his money and point out the hypocrisy in Black America. I get it. But now the negative inverse effects are starting to show. Because one thing he did expose was the hood culture and how we think, which I think has been good. Little do we know, we got our conscious community. Charleston White has helped expose the other side of it. He's helped expose the gang side, the hypocrite side, the cultural side that we don't like to discuss. He's pulled the sheet off and it's been discussed openly, which I think is a great thing. But now, what we see as far as the antics will have a negative adverse effect. I'm going to explain why. We know what your position is now. You're always going to go against the grain. It's predictable. Somebody has a talking point, you go the opposite way with their talking point. Your job is to strike the emotions out of people. Your job is to get in the waves, get in the movement, get in the head wave, strike the emotion, get the algorithm going, keep them talking. That's what it is. I understand this business. I'm not mad at it. What I'm worried is, what's your next move? I've looked and been noticing I haven't seen a lot of comedy tours by you recently. I've noticed and been looking at the bookings and other things you say you once doing. Are you still doing it? Never count a man's pocket because I got my own copy in pocket. But I guess as I've learned from you and other people too, what is your next move? Your next move to create income and build a lasting legacy with your family, you got to have it. As a man, you have to be able to pip, lily pad, and go to another angle. That's for you to choose. And as you choose, as you grow, as you learn, you will have to be able to adjust and make these adjustments. I ain't telling you how. I ain't telling you why. I'm not telling you what you should be thinking. But long term, as you look at your life, your plans, your family, your legacies, you will have to understand, number one, what are you working on and what you're doing? Everything you say has an effect. Everything you do will come back to you. We ain't got to agree on this junction. We ain't got to like it. We ain't got to love it. But what we do got to know is what the effects and how they will happen to us. Man, it's so good to see y'all for another edition of Live on Sunday. It is our gracious host, King Crowder. Come and chop it up with you again, man, when we talk about sports, politics, life, religion, you name it. We keep it 1,000 out here. Mike shows up for another interview, man. My boy been loving it. I've been loving it. But the one thing I love more, man, is to talk to y'all. This is therapy for me. Self-therapy, right? I get to come in here and talk about subjects, stay in tune, keep knitting, get my research, get my notes going, and prepare myself. The reason why I love doing it because it's therapeutic to us. Your mind, your muscle memory, your ideas, your thoughts, all of it will show up one way or another. Now remember, the whole point of this is to educate yourself. Remember, the education journey does not start now. It starts every day. Like your muscles, you got to constantly work on it. As you go to the gym and you lift, that's what you do with your reading, your prayer, your spirituality, your reading lifestyle, your relationships. They are all the same. Continue to work on them. Continue to work hard. Continue to bust your butt, bust pine. Continue to believe and go for yourself. Most importantly, put that work in. Do your thing. Stay prayed up. Stay true. Get your money. Have fun. This week is going to be crazy for me. Hopefully, you enjoy your night. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your service. Remember, I love you. The gang love you. The team love you. And we are so excited to see these future events and venues continue to happen. It is I, your boy, King Crowder. So excited for another live on Sunday. Continue to chop it up, y'all. Hopefully, I'll see y'all again. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Leave the things you got for me, man. I'm hopefully getting these reps in. Remember, I'm officially a year into this live thing, and I've been enjoying it. I got the hang of it. I like to know how it goes. So give me your feedback. Good, trash, or indifferent. I'm here for it. And until next time, it's your boy. Check it out.